How about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. I've got my brother with me today, and we're gonna finish off this greenhouse. In our last video, we built all the tables and everything like that. But today, or next couple days, we're gonna see if we get the plastic on, the door on, and the tables completely finished. We're just gonna get at it. Most of the video is probably gonna be time lapse with some music, and I'm just gonna bring you along every once in a while and show you what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It'd mean a lot to us. We're gonna get busy and see if we can get this thing knocked out. So in the box that Matthew's cutting open, we have a 25 by 40 piece of plastic. It's 6 millimeters thick. It's supposed to be for greenhouse. I ordered it off of Amazon. We're gonna see how good it works. But we're gonna roll it out and take it across this greenhouse and get it spread out. My plan is to come underneath our feet of the greenhouse, wrap it around, and put a 1x4 on the back side to fasten it. And back here is where we're gonna have some kind of ventilation. I really wanted to put my ventilation in the top, see if we can get the hot air out. But that's just not gonna work because I don't have anything to fasten it to up top. What I'm thinking about doing is bringing my plastic under the back side of this table, wrapping it under and stapling it. And along this bottom, I'm gonna figure out how I can rig up something that rolls up so I can open this bottom up. We can have the front door open and it'll pull air through. So that hopefully will work. That's my plan. But we're gonna go ahead and get this plastic up here, see how it looks, see how we need to fasten it down, and get it tight. See, we got our plastic up. It's not completely done. We still have to do this back wall and our front wall where the door. We kind of stopped filming yesterday trying to get this thing pretty tight before dark, just because we wanted to get it secure before the night, because I knew we were gonna have some wind this morning. But we got it tight on the sides, or pretty decently tight. I've got some ideas of how I can tighten it up a little bit more. We'll see what kind of slack we pull out of it whenever we get our ends done. But we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. It's kind of difficult to get those ends tight with the curve of the hoops, and we're just gonna have to do some thinking. Waiting on my brother to come help me, but we're gonna see if we can get this thing knocked out today. I've got the stuff that I want to use for my tabletops on the trailer. I don't know if we'll get completely finished with this afternoon, but we're definitely gonna try, and we're gonna see how far we get. Okay, so we got our back wall sealed up. We've got the bottom opening that we're gonna make some kind of vent. I got an idea of how I'm gonna make it where it rolls up. But we ended up just folding this plastic around. It doesn't look the best, but it doesn't look bad. Everything's tight. We're kind of playing around with the idea of shrink wrapping that, putting a little heat to it, see if it'll draw up, but I don't know if we will. I don't want to risk burning a hole in it. So we might just leave it the way it is. The only people that's gonna see it is me and Matthew, and of course all y'all. But it's in the back, so I don't think it's too big of an issue. We're about to start working on the front, but first we're gonna go ahead and get this thing squared up, get it leveled, see exactly where we want it. We're having a lot of problems with that front door, and I think it's having a lot of the issues being level. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing leveled up, shimmed up the way we need to, and see what it looks like. So where we left off the other day, me and Matthew just finished our back wall and our front wall. We got our door all sealed up. We ended up having to fold the plastic just a little bit like we'd had to do in the back, but I don't really think it looks too bad. I do have to cut the door. The door is going to be about 3 inches too tall, so we're going to have to cut the bottom of the door off. And I still haven't built our back ventilation yet, so I think this is going to be a 3-part series. But today, hopefully, we're going to finish up our tables. I'm going to take you inside and show you what I started on yesterday, just kind of to make sure it would work. And then we're going to finish the tables out today. Hopefully, get it cleaned up. We got a bunch of tools and everything laid out. And then we're going to pause. Then in the next video, we will put our door up and our back ventilation, and we should be good to go to start our plants. So let's walk inside and I'll show you what our tables are going to end up looking like. I don't know if I explained it in the video, earlier in the video, but we did put some fabric cloth down, not fabric cloth. I can't remember what this stuff is called. Landscape cloth, that's what it is, I think. But we did put that down. That's going to keep grass from growing up. This stuff is porous, so water will be able to flow through. I think I'm gonna end up getting some gravel to fill in here to put on top, but we got that in the bottom, so we don't have to worry about weeds sprouting up. But this is what our tables are gonna look like. This is a 2 by 6 inch gap in this wire. It's plenty strong enough to hold up a flat. Let me go grab a flat real quick from the other greenhouse to show you what it'll look like. What our flats will look like sitting up on top of our tables. As you can see, we got plenty of room, and over on the sides a little bit shorter, but we still have plenty of room to work. And I'm kind of curious about how many flats we can actually fit in here, and how many plants we're gonna be able to start. But before that, we've got to get our tables done, so we're gonna get started with that. This wire I did cut, and I don't know if you see that, but I put plastic tubing on the back side where it's close to the plastic. Just because where I cut, I don't want to rip our plastic, and I put the kind of smoother side from the factory towards me, just so I don't have to worry about it cutting me, because on this side it's going to pretty much be on the edge of this board, and I kind of wanted that smooth side, just because I didn't want to be getting cut up all the time. And I put that back there so we don't tear up our plastic. So I'm going to get started putting this tubing on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there, and then I'll put a zip tie on there to hold it, and then we'll carry those sheets in there, fire up the air compressor, and we'll staple that down. But we got a lot of work to do this afternoon, so let's get busy. Tables are finally installed, and I can't be happier with them. I think they're going to be perfect. They're not the strongest things in the world, but there's not too much bend, and I think it's going to be plenty enough to hold up our flats. I kind of added it up. We're going to be able to fit 36 flats in here, so that's going to give us a lot of room to grow some plants. I still might add some shelves and stuff to store my flats and trays and all kind of stuff, but I couldn't be happier with the way the tables and the plastic turned out. So that's going to be it for this video. We got all our plastic on, we got all our tables done. I think it turned out great. This thing has come a long way from what it was before, but we still got a little work to do. That's going to be in another video. We're going to hang our door and get our ventilation for the back, where we can raise that up and let air in as we want to. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We're gonna have a lot of content coming out for us: gardening, greenhouse, the goats, livestock, all kind of stuff all summer long. Summer's right around the corner. We can't wait. But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one.